Okay, we are now proceeding with the trial as to the father of Henry and Zachary Kemp. Is there anything preliminary?
I would just ask the court to take judicial notice of the file. Thank you.
I will do that.
Your Honor, I'd advise the court that I have not spoke with Mr. Kemp since one of the last times he was actually participating in court. He was incarcerated for a period of time. He did have my contact information. To the best of my knowledge, he has not reached out to the court or my office to contact me. That being said, my participation in this case will be rather limited in that I am unaware what his position would be in relation to these children moving forward, whether he would actually want to fight this termination or simply allow it to go through to give them permanency. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Way, call your first witness.
I would call Mr. Patrick, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, who did you call, Ms. Kirkpatrick?
Ms. Kirkpatrick, yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ma'am, would you raise your right hand, please? You do swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your full name, spell your last.
Chelsea Kirkpatrick, Kirkpatrick.
Go ahead, Mr. Way.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Kirkpatrick, you are a foster care worker with Catholic Charities, is that correct?
Yes.
And did you author and file the petition in this case, supplemental petition dated 10/19 of 2020?
I did.
At the time you filed the petition, was everything true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Perry Kemp is the legal father of Henry and Zachary Kemp, is that correct?
Yes.
And there was an adjudication as to Mr. Kemp back in April of 2019, as well as disposition for Mr. Kemp in April of 2019. Is that correct?
Yes.
Was Mr. Kemp ordered by the court? Well, let me go back. What were the concerns with Mr. Kemp at the time causing the initial petition to be filed?
The children's exposure to criminal activity on his behalf, substance abuse, and domestic violence.
Okay, and Mr. Kemp was ordered to participate in random drug screens. Was he referred for those?
I am unaware if he was actually ever able to be referred for those because
Can you explain that?
he was never able to be reached, to be found, to be located at any point in the foster care case. He was located once, but that was in November of 2019. We had arranged and scheduled a family team meeting to occur at that time, and he did not show up. That was the last I spoke with him.
Okay. So he has not participated, to the best of your knowledge, in any random drug screens, is that fair to say?
Yes.
He was ordered to participate in a psychological evaluation. To the best of your knowledge, did he participate in that?
He did not.
He was ordered to participate in a substance abuse assessment. To the best of your knowledge, did he participate in that?
He did not.
He was ordered to participate in and benefit from parenting education. Do you know whether he participated in that?
Not to my knowledge.
Have you received any sort of documentation showing proof of any of these services?
No documentation whatsoever of any services.
Last time you were able to speak with him was last September, or what was it?
November
Of 2019?
2019, yes.
Okay. Are you aware whether Mr. Kemp is working right now?
I am not aware.
Are you aware whether he has any sort of appropriate housing?
I am not aware.
When's the last time that Mr. Kemp has seen his children?
To the best of my knowledge, the day that they were removed, March 1st, 2019.
Okay, so he has not participated in any sort of parenting time?
No,
He's been incarcerated on a couple occasions, is that correct, throughout the case?
yes. When we became aware, I was only aware of a couple.
Okay, but he is not, to the best of your knowledge, currently, correct?
Currently, no, not to my knowledge.
Where are Henry and Zachary placed?
With Caitlin and Stephen Junga,
Are those relatives or non-relatives?
they are unrelated licensed foster home
How long have they been in that home for?
since March 1st, 2019.
Do you have any concerns about their care in that home?
I do not.
Are their needs being well taken care of by their foster parents?
Absolutely.
Is that placement willing to adopt Henry and Zachary?
Yes.
Are Henry and Zachary well bonded to their foster parents?
Yes.
Do you believe there's any bond between Mr. Kemp and Henry and Zachary?
At this point, I do not.
Given all of that, do you believe that it is in the best interest of Henry and Zachary that their father's parental rights be terminated?
Yes.
And why do you believe that?
The children deserve permanency. He's had absolutely, hasn't demonstrated any willingness or ability to comply with any services that were court ordered at disposition. When I was able to contact him, it was, it might as well have not even existed. Nothing was accomplished, nothing moved forward. It's been the same since the children were removed.
Thank you, Ms. Kirkpatrick. I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Any questions for this witness?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Your Honor, for the reasons previously stated, I would have no questions of this witness. Thank you.
And I have
Any
no further
further witnesses?
presentation.
Anyone else have a presentation?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Your Honor, for the reasons previously stated, I would have no presentation for the court today. Thank you.
Can we dispense with arguments?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The testimony presented today by Ms. Kirkpatrick demonstrates clearly and convincingly facts which bring this parent and the children under 712A 19B3G, that Mr. Kemp, without regard to intent, has failed to provide proper care and custody for his children. There's no reasonable expectation he will be able to do so within a reasonable period of time concerning the children's ages. Under 3CI, the conditions that led to the adjudication continue to exist. There's no reasonable likelihood the conditions will be rectified within a reasonable period of time, given the children's ages. And finally, under 3J, there's a reasonable likelihood based on the conduct or capacity of Mr. Kemp that the children would be harmed if they were returned to his home. He's done absolutely nothing to address the serious conditions that resulted in these children being brought into care in the first place. He's been ordered to participate and offered numerous services to address the problems, including, random drug screens, psychological evaluation, substance abuse assessment, and parenting time. He has not availed himself of any of the services. He's done nothing to address any of the concerns involved in this case. He has effectively abandoned his children. It is certainly grounds have been established to justify termination of his parental rights. Also, with respect to Henry's and Zachary's best interest, their mother has already released her parental rights. These children deserve permanency. Mr. Kemp is unable to provide these children with permanency. In fact, the evidence established that he doesn't even have a bond with them. The advantages here of a foster home over the parents' home are obviously infinitely better. And for this reason, I find that termination is in their best interest. We will schedule a post-termination hearing for December 22nd at 9:15. Thank you all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Have a happy
Your Honor.
Thanksgiving.
You too.
You too,
Happy
Your Honor.
Thanksgiving.